Hey, what's up, everyone? Today I'll be talking about community and how you can leverage that for your e-commerce. So, look, I'm Emilio. I operate a crypto e-commerce hardware, and for us, the community aspect is super important. It's the central piece of why we're actually a seven-figure e-commerce inner space. I know that maybe for if you're selling crypto hardware, it's easy to build a community because the whole thing is based around community. Maybe it's harder to find a reason why you'd build a community if you're selling shoes or clothes or anything of the sort. My suggestion would be just to go one level up. If you're, for example, if you're looking for sports equipment and you sell the actual equipment, then it could be hard to build a community around the equipment itself. Maybe you'd build a community around the theme of making sports. And people who buy sports equipment, maybe they want to connect with other people who actually do sports. Maybe they want tips, tricks. They want maybe a buddy. You'd be surprised. So I'll show you what we did that worked for us. So essentially, like when you buy hardware from our store, that's not the end of a relationship, but the beginning of it. So when on post purchase, there's automated flows on HubSpot that will send you to our community. And here's what our community looks like. So we have all these different projects that we sell. And all our competitors, if I pull up some of our competitor, Crib Ship, for example, they just sell the hardware straight up. That's what they focus on, sell the straight hardware. I mean, that's good. We also do that. We sell the hardware, although I think we do it better because we have a lot more data points on our e-commerce. But never mind that for a second. We just compare hardware to hardware sellers. So we're probably equivalent. So both of us do the same thing. Where we really probably outbeat our competitors by a lot is that we almost do none of the selling. If you go on our Discord community, you'll find a bunch of people in our community doing the selling for us. Advocates, I'd call them. All these people, sometimes they shit on us on these Discords. They're like, yo, shipping was super slow. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? But at least, that's the other huge positive of having a community is that they tell us. We're first to know. We figure it out. The other thing that we actually did in our Discord server that's pretty cool is that from the people who bought miners, we actually put the top dogs in the space in on the right. So these guys here have, they have badges. So we created badges for them. So these guys bought over 200 miners. So when these guys, decide to interact with other community members, you can scroll on their badges and see their seniority. Like this guy, IO10. This guy has 100 to 200 miners. That guy is a top dog. So when this guy is, interacting in our Discord server, while, other people take that seriously. So for us, that has been a pivotal piece of our business because even newcomers who are considering buying a miner, they sometimes start their journey just by connecting with other people. And obviously what we did afterwards is that we split our Discord server through many channels. So for the project or hardware that you're interested in, you could just dive into it and see like what's up with that project lately. Let me just pick up a project that's called Brusho. This guy is sharing his take on this project, and by the looks of it, I always been old school manual brush. So this guy's not into that project from what I'm reading here. So this guy's sharing his opinion on it, and there's different types of opinion being shared, and all these opinions are true. So we don't do none of the selling anymore on our website. So the selling on our website is almost inexistent. People actually do the selling for us. So that's, and I think that's exactly what newcomers want. They don't want us to talk about stuff. They want other people to talk about these projects. So I feel you can leverage the same strategy for your business. It could, put your business at such a higher position in your industry. And by the way, we went then above and beyond. So we discovered that people wanted a community. That was a pivotal piece of our customer interviews when we interviewed a lot of customers. They wanted, takes from other people. And we went above and beyond that. We even built a place where, so that's our e-commerce. We even built a place where people actually interact on a daily basis that under a second brand that we called Moken. So this place is post-purchase. So we give you services that will help you manage your fleet. So we have like what we call the Deep Tracker. You go there and you can manage your fleet so you can know if there's something that's off with your miner or whatnot. So that's beside the community. But beyond that, we also build a forum where community members could, again, as I said, interact. But this time, this is custom made. So only you can do that only if you have a dev team, of course, and you can build products. But if you guys have the luxury of doing so, this is what we did. So we built a forum, and on the forum, you can actually see all the earnings of all these people, what they're making, the different miners they have, what they interacted on the forum, their badges and stuff. So again, community building, in my opinion, is going to be almost what social media is for business. I think every business that's going to be successful will have a community going forward, and you better jump on it quickly. Better early than late, specifically for that kind of thing. And then you'll see, as soon as you have a community, you're gonna have a solid moat of people that are gonna, I hope, talk well about you, and that are gonna help each other in cases where there's problems, questions. They're gonna help each other, and it's gonna serve as a defensibility barrier for newcomers to your market. You're gonna have an edge in your market. So that's pretty much it for the community side of things. I think you should check it out. Yeah, I want to say one last thing about it. Of course, the community could be time consuming. Okay, so by the way, a community will be time consuming. They're going to have a bunch of, every one of these channels is so busy. They're asking questions. I don't even know. You see, boom, this is amazing. I just pulled up an example. So this guy literally is answering other people, and he referenced our own Moken forum. So the thing I showed you earlier, so he pulled an article from there and is helping other people. By the way, this guy is a huge community member in our space, X-Rave. He literally helps other people. He's like, he's so important for us. So anyways, I was just saying that community could be time consuming. You'll need at least yourself be moderating these conversations, being there, answering questions, or you're going to have to hire a community manager. We hired a community manager. His name is JD. He runs it for us. But either way, I think it's such a good investment and such a good skill for you as a founder to learn how to build a community. I think it's going to be a pivotal piece going forward. I don't think businesses will be created in the same way going forward. They're going to be community oriented and community based. That was it for this video. I hope that was insightful. If you have more questions, put it in the comment. I'll be more than happy to answer them.